Hey everybody, welcome back to A Few Minutes with Mark. Today I want to talk to you about a story I heard and turn it into a life lesson and example. But before I do that, scroll down and please hit the subscribe button and the like button. That's what helps me out so much, and I appreciate your efforts to help me. And I appreciate your efforts to believe in the messaging that I'm sending out there for the Christian men of the world, to be strong, to be real, to be not afraid, and to be a man. Many men and some women, but many men have confided in me throughout the years, a little over 1,500 of them in private mentoring, executive coaching. And there's been hundreds of thousands of men affected throughout the years. It's hard to even count. You know, with social media now, it's easy to get 1 million people to watch your videos. So I wanted to comment today about a story my son told me. We're talking about life and we're talking about the things of life. And he says, Dad, he said, this reminds me of a story that I once heard long ago about a man named Jed. And they were common folks from the hills of the mountains. And they had come into an extraordinary amount of hog fat. And after they had all the hog fat food that they wanted and did everything that you do with hog fat, the question was raised to the leader of the family, what should we do with the rest of it? Should we just store it, or should we boil it down to make soap? And the leader of the family said, God will provide for all of our needs, but we still need to do the washing. That meant boil it down and make soap. So we have earthly duties in the world. We have things that we're responsible for, men. We have things that we still have to do, even though God is with us and he's going to provide for us and he's going to take care of all of our needs. And sometimes the way he takes care of those needs is putting your hand to the plow and getting some work done, okay? That's our role. That's our call. So never be fearful nor begrudge your work. Treat the work in our lives as if they were blessings, because they are. My wife has been saying this for decades. I'm blessed with work. I'm blessed with work. I'm blessed with work. It's catchy after a while, because there's a lot of times we got to do things we don't necessarily want to do. We'd rather be doing something else. And we consider it work, whether it's the actual job, work around the house, work in the garden, work in the yard, you know, what other kind of work that there is for us to keep our bodies and minds active in the process of achievement. You know, that's a work. Is your work turning into a good work? Or are you a sourpuss about it? Are you always negative about it? Are you always, oh, I'm so busy. Oh, I have to do this. Oh, I have to do that. You kind of bring about on yourself suffering when you don't understand and practice this simple little phrase that the hillbilly used by saying, God will provide, but we still need to do the washing. Boil the fat down to make soap. That is so phenomenal. What curbside wisdom is that? Homespun wisdom, as you might say. And for those of you that recognize Jed, that comes from a television show Buddy Epson starred in it called The Beverly Hillbillies. Now, my son's 42 years old, and he pops this story on me because, you know, we're always exchanging wisdom. I talk to him every single day. So there's a lot of talk about family, friends, faith, business, life, philosophy, wisdom, religion, you know, all this kind of stuff we talk about. And we talk about multiple religions. And it's just fascinating. You know, he just dropped that wisdom on me yesterday, and I'm like, wow, you know, I got to think about this. The simple things in life, guys, the simple things. That's where you're going to find your most joy. You're not going to find your most joy from the biggest award you got at work or the biggest accomplishment you had at work, or even like me, achieving over $1.6 billion in revenues for my clients. That's a pretty big achievement. But you know what? In my heart, honestly, it pales in comparison to being able to be vibrant and have vitality in life, to run and play with my 4 grandchildren. That there's no comparison. That 1.6 billion was great. It paid the bills. I did what I had to do, and it's all great. But those little babies are better. The joy in my children's lives because they're happily married, better. The health, the vitality, better. It's just a beautiful thing to finish well. Plan to finish well. Be intentional about it. Remember the small things, and work is good. We're blessed with work. God bless you. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.